So something that would help that would probably be like AI tools or AI, integrations into these video games. So apparently, Microsoft it's partnered with let me see the name, I InWorld, and I thought this was great news, and all of a sudden I jump into the real world Twitter, and apparently apparently this is the end of the world. This is Skynet. I mean, you got people saying how horrible this is. This is gonna destroy the industry. This and
Can I highlight something from chat real quick?
What's up?
oh yes, yes.
Our brother in chat, Eternal Shaddai, busting your balls about your microphone issues, says, keep buying those Temu mics, Sour.
What's a Timu mic though? Before I start laughing.
That makes
I'm
it
not going to
even
lie,
funny.
you sounded like you got possessed there for a second when it happened, so I'm glad everything's good.
I'm okay. But what's not okay was this comment I found. I mean, I do admire this person, and I think she talks. She brings a lot of great perspective into the industry, and she comments about a lot of the things that are happening around the industry, especially when it affects developers. And I do feel that most of the time, developers they are targeted by us gamers, and sometimes a little bit too harsh because I feel like a lot of the times is not their fault what's happening. It's more, of the higher heads in the company. But here's what she has to say, and this is Alana Pierce. She says, "Imagine announcing this in a year where the game industry has laid off plus 6,000 people. I will never play any game that InWorld has any part in making," which I understand her point in a way, but at the same time, I think it's a little bit hypocritical when you're working for a company that's actually also working on tools, on AI tools that are going to help video games. So, what are you going to quit your job because of that? I mean, to me, it makes no sense. I do think that AI tools and AI in general could be harmful for the industry, but it's also could be a great thing for the industry. I think it all depends on how you use it. Lou, I know you wanted to add a Yoshida comment, and you fire up
Oh
because
yeah, I'm fired up.
you want to say some things. So tell me.
You want me to say what I gotta say? Because here's the thing, though. Back in March of this year, wasn't so long ago. I just love how people tend to forget, right? People tend to forget things that happened. Shuhei Yoshida was talking about AI in an article, and he said this. This is one of his quotes on what he said. AI can produce very strange things, as you must have seen. You really have to be able to use the tool well. AI will change the nature of learning for game developers, but in the end, development will be more efficient and more beautiful things will be made by people. Seriously, what? How come you're against this, Alana? I mean, AI is a thing, especially look at all these games that have been coming up with bugs. AI will help these developers discover bugs more quicker and fix them. I mean, what's wrong with you, Alana? What's wrong? Are you afraid they're
Well,
gonna fire people or something? No, it's just gonna help out more in developing and make it faster too. That's a
So
bonus.
so here's the thing, right? Like I understand it in a voice acting capacity. Because anymore, like you can jump onto TikTok or whatever, you can watch, and literally I I just saw a deep fake one of Schwarzenegger a couple days ago that made me laugh so much because like it fit really well, and it was super creepy. But it's one of those things where it's like it wasn't anything that Schwarzenegger had ever said, but because of AI, because of the tech and stuff nowadays, you can mimic and you can get people's voices. You can do stuff like that,
But
and they're not even using high tech tools. They're using like TikTok and like smartphone apps, right? So I do understand the idea that like it can cut certain people out of that side of things, but
No.
that depends on the developer too. It
Here's
depends on what they want to do with that.
Here's the thing, though, Silent. Shout out to Uncle Arnie, which I love him to death. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the man. I love him. I
I'll
love him.
figure out which one it is and send it to you guys.
Yeah, but
Continue.
here's the thing, though, Silent. This is an old technology thing because back in the day when he did Hercules in New York, he did not know that much English, so they dubbed his
Right.
voice with another voice. So this is an old thing. So
But that's not the same. That's not the same because like you aren't replacing that person completely without another voice actor. Like that's the thing, right? Like with the AI stuff, you can just like Schwarzenegger or someone who sounds like Schwarzenegger isn't making any money off of that whatsoever. It's literally just an AI generated thing that they did. Versus like on a lot of these things, look at something like Alan Wake. Okay. Alan Wake is a good example of this. You've got the main character who is not voiced by the voice actor. Like it's a different person doing the actual character than it is the voice acting for that character.
Right.
That person's still getting paid for likeness and stuff like that if he has likeness, but he's getting his voice acting, and the guy that's getting his likeness is getting paid for that likeness. The idea is that AI could replace those people getting paid and allow dev studios to then save money by not having to bring those people in.
Right.
So that's where it gets tricky, is because you could replace them in ways, and so I understand the idea, but do I think it's going to happen anytime soon? I doubt it. I think there'd be too much of a blowback for it.
Mm-hmm.
Silent, let me tell you something. Let me
Whoa.
tell you something.
Is that supposed to be Trump?
Is that supposed to be me? That's a 5 cent voice of me.
Sourblow, let me tell you, okay?
Sound
I've
blow.
been in court for the last few days,
Oh Lord,
and I don't
don't.
appreciate you stealing my voice
Yeah.
just because I'm absent, okay? Unbelievable what you're doing right now.
Or Trump.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Trump. But anyway,
That was creepy sounding,
Let,
man.
let,
really.
let me add something that Dark said real quick. It says, as the
Okay, go
man.
ahead.
Wait. Before we
Oh,
continue, this just
Yeah.
proves that humans are better than AI.
exactly.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Silent's voice was way better.